Uncle T. Well, as you can see, we're not in our car today. We're in the next door neighbour's, which is an Ioniq, not the 5, the Ioniq, full electric and a very comfortable car. If you're interested, and as a second-hand car, they're brilliant, really brilliant. Okay, so for this subject, we're going to be on with under the car, and I did one with the Zoe, so I'm going to do it under the car with the ID3, and I'll hand you over to Uncle T, who'll take you under the car. Okay, so what do we have underneath the car? Well, not much. It's pretty flat for most of the underside of the car. And there's a plastic shield there at the back. Suspension, of course, it's rear-wheel drive, and as you can see, there's the gaiter for the joint, the CV joint, and independent rear suspension, as you would expect. So generally it's just basically the same as any other car, and a very similar idea I did with the Zoe. Went underneath and filmed the underneath. The other side is exact same copy of the right hand side. So yeah, there's an inner joint there, and trailing arms and torsion bars, and some pretty hefty springs. Obviously the weight of the car is quite a bit, so it needs these springs to take up any other load. Okay, well, that's the rear of the car, and the subframe seems to be tubular-ish, and it has some mountings just there. And that's the rear of the car, so we'll make us way to the front of the car, and for that I've got to turn it round because my pit is a little bit short and this car's a bit long, and I don't have much room at the back of the garage, so we'll catch you in a minute. Right, well, here we are under the front of the car. Just get my lamp ready, and there is not much to see at all. It's very flat. The suspension, independent front suspension obviously, and you can see there's the calipers, and as you know, regenerative braking is the actual motor, not the brakes themselves, so you won't see anything special on that. There's a track rod end, usual things that you would normally find under any car. I can see a bit better under this side. There you go. Obviously, because there's no half shaft, you've got a really good turning circle on this car, and this is why there's nothing there to get in the way and limit the amount of angle on the front wheels. Anyway, as you can see, not much. The battery box is here, and that appears to be, that's plastic. Now this seems to be like a plastic shield that takes into account you know, the fact that the batteries are going to be behind it, and it's got to protect it. Anyway, that's about it. Not much more to say, not much more to see. But just as a thought, I thought, well, I might as well. I did it on the Zoe, and I thought I'd better do it on the ID3 as well, just to give you an idea what it looks like. I'll point it up there, see if there's the front road spring. You can see way up there. McPherson strut, usual setup. Looks like a clamp on the damper, shock absorber if you want to call it that, and that's to hold it onto the front hub assembly, and same the other side. So there you go. As I say, not much to see. and I'll hand you back to Uncle T in the car. And that's about it, so I'll say bye for now. Bye for now.